wonderful, Adrian. I love that rhythm and beat. Well, this is exciting. I think we're all at Twitter here because we've never had, it's almost like having Sarah Ferguson here, except it's less of a craft service demand. But this is a man of power in our country. And my next guest and I share many, many coincidences. He is from Wyoming, and my wife's first husband was indeed from Wyoming. He was Secretary of Defense during Desert Storm, and my favorite movie in the world is The Perfect Storm. Although I'm such a Marky Mark freak, I don't know if I can always be objective, because I just think he's wonderful. I think he is who he plays, and I think that's Marky's strength. And there was a third thing, and I wonder what it was. Stacy, what was the third similarity between me and the vice president? Oh, yes. His arteries were clogged, and clogs used to be my favorite footwear. I swear to God, ask anyone on my street. Please welcome the Vice President of these United States of America, the Honorable Dick Cheney. It's wonderful. I bow to you. Wonderful. Mr. Vice President, please be seated. I don't know whether to wave or salute. It's...
You stole the election, you bald-headed bugger.
Please, Miss Gathercole, this is not the time, nor is it the place. If you want to write a letter to the Vice President, you can do that, but not right now, please. No, she's going to be fine. She's very old, and she's never sure where she is, and sometimes she stays here overnight, and the cleaners have to come in and move her.
Do you remember a girl named Tina Gathercole?
Yes, I do.
Tina Gathercole was my kid's sister, and her infection has still not cleared up, thanks to you.
Freshly turned dirt. That's what she reminds me of. There's a little joke. You'd better laugh or you're going to end up in a compost heap.
It's true. He's had people killed.
Thank you. That's what I do.
It's a power that you must have.
Yeah. In the Oval Office now, I'm the one working behind the big desk. Off to the right, we have a collapsible card table. George W. has model airplanes and summits, and he's doing an incredible job over there. He's recently discovered that if he closes his eyes, he can disappear.
And that must be very exciting for him.
Yeah.
Is he really stupid like everyone thinks he is?
Yeah. Well, he's dumb as a post.
He is, because it's so interesting. You hear these, you hear these. You hear these rumors, and you hear people say things, and they infer that the president, and they say that you, Mr. Vice President, are like a puppeteer, and he's like the wonderful howdy-do to your Clarabelle.
So far as I know, he's never even been to the White House.
He's never been to the White House?
No, we don't give him a key.
You don't give him a key?
No, we do not.
Because it would be dangerous.
Yes, it would be dangerous.
And how do you fool the public? So many people think he lives there.
We live in a country where a few years ago a man made $1 million selling pet rocks. We just did the same thing.
Oh, that's wonderful. And so you've really duped the country, basically.
In a very real sense, I think we've done a great job in duping the country and a lot of credibility. You've got a president right now who's concentrating, rather than talking about China, he's sitting at home marveling over how if you press silly putty onto a comic book and pull it back, you can get Jughead.
What do you do for fun?
Well, for a while there, I was having George W. call up the death chamber on death row in Texas and pretend he got a wrong number.
That's wonderfully wicked, and that's wonderfully now.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
We all had a good laugh.
Oh, you must have sat around by a big speakerphone ordering food, and I bet Greek food.
Oh, it was so great. It was
just that's fantastic.
Really so grand. A lot of credibility.
Oh, wonderful. There was such a controversial election in Florida, Mr. Vice President, and you were suddenly in a situation where you're going to be Vice President or were you not? What went down, and also, why has Al Gore gotten so fat? 2 questions.
Well, I don't want to get personal with Al Gore. Those are all hypotheticals. But basically, I think he's down and out. We've got him where we want him. Pretty soon we're going to finish him off.
So this is actually a game plan for Al.
Why do I always want to punch you?
Who's to say? There are a lot of cowards like you who say, I'll punch you. But do they really want to punch you?
You know, Jiminy, I never noticed the sparkle in your eye. You're a cute man.
Well,
Why
thank
don't you
you.
join me for a couple of... Oh, I was thinking out loud again, wasn't I? Sorry.
Now, I have nothing against gay people, but that's the way I'd like to keep it. And I'm just saying that I think that that many people, like my wife Dixie and I, have always thought that we've been lovers, you know, since I was 14 and she was 30. And we had to go through that period of awkwardness. But I think that now with the 4 boys, Morgan, Mason, Matthew, and Modine, we often think about the way that gays are treated in this man's America. And I think it's wonderful that you're so supportive to your big daughter. Now, you supported...
It's okay to be gay. My daughter's gay. It happened like that. She was in an elevator in New York with some folks from the Fashion Institute of Technology. Stuck in there for a little while and caught gay.
You're saying to me that you can actually catch gay.
In the same way you catch a cold. This is why, look, first of all, this is why we can't have gays in the military, can't have them in the same barracks.
Because people will catch gay from them.
That's how it happens.
Yes. And there's not a shot you can take or some sort of...
We're working on something right now, but it's highly classified and top secret.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Vice President. This has been fun. And again, if you want to hit me right here, go ahead. Because... I
Get him out of here.
No, this is my show. This is my show, Mr. Vice President. We'll be back after this. So every Secret Service man at one time knew Patty Davis. Isn't that wonderful? That's kind of
She was fun with a capital F.
Patty Davis, my favorite. Dick Cheney.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for not being who they said you would be.
Thank you.
I was told 2 things about you. I was told that you could be aloof and that you could be as dull as toast. And yet I don't find you aloof.
Thank you again.
And there's another thing I want to ask you about Angie Dickinson.
Oh, the carpets versus the drapes?
Yes, because that's what you hear. That's what you hear in this man's Washington.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second, please. 1 second. Hello?
Is this that big fat loser, Jiminy Glick?
Oh, my God, it's Norman Beckman, the shock jock. He's wonderful. Yeah. Norman Beckman, you cheeky iconoclast. How did you get this number?
Richard Belzer gave us your home phone number.
Oh, you mean the unsavory fellow from Homicide?
Yeah. And then we threatened your Honduran housekeeper with deportation unless she gave us your cell phone number.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's so pushing the envelope of what should and shouldn't be done. Oh.
Here's another thing, fat ass.
He called me fat ass.
Oh, he's our Mark Twain.
We're doing a poll on which fat celebrity's gonna die next. We think
you're gotta go. Bye-bye. He's so clever. Listen, once again, Dick Cheney, thank you. And there's so many things I didn't get to that I wanted to get to.
Yeah.
And like, for example, during the break, you told me how Laura Bush could be mean.
I never said that.
Or that Barbara Bush's pearls are basically holding the head on. I thought that was interesting.
All right, this steam bath is officially over. And one more thing. Do you have anyone taste your drink for you before you had it?
No, I didn't. Why do you ask?